Hello, YouTube land. Alright, who wants to create some fairy magic tonight? Well, actually she doesn't have a tail or anything, so, or wings or whatever, so, well, not the fairies have tails, you know what I'm saying, wings. But, this is like the fairy ocean goddess, you know, that kind of thing. Did I hit the button to turn it on? Let me make sure. Okay, I did. Her name is Astrid, and she is from Lavinia Stamps. And so she is going to be air, ocean, whatever you want her to be tonight. If you want her just to be an ocean goddess, if you want her to be with the mermaids, whatever you want, she can be your girl. Let's see here. Place her back. All right, we need to emboss her real quick before we do everything else. Don't want her to have a chance to dry. I feel like it dries quick. So we're just going to emboss her in a little black. I've seen the prettiest cards with her lately. There's all kinds of like Facebook groups for Lavinia Stamps and of course the main one. And you got all your videos and all your stuff. But particularly, I can't say the word right now, using her, there's been some really pretty cards done. So I do have to turn on this bad boy. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll put it to the side to start it up so it can like heat up a little bit. But there we go, finally. How many of you guys are Lavinia Stamps fans? Okay, probably should have heated that just a little bit on the back so it balances out a little bit there. I'm going to take this off because I feel that, I still feel it a little bit there too actually, but the powdery whatever substance that is. Okay, so all right, to start off we're going to have to do a lot of stamping, but before we do that we can do all the inking. So let's see here, find one more sheet. Okay, so I tested this out earlier and I started with this one. I could not find like the greenish that I wanted around her. So I finally had to go with Tide Pool from, is that Altenew? No, oh, it's Simon Says. Let's see the little paw. Oops. Well, good thing nobody's seeing the back of that. Okay. Just going to quickly go around because this is the inking, trust me, takes kind of forever, and then you have to go back and do some more because it looks like it's going to be a hot mess, but it actually ends up being okay. Oh my gosh, wait. This is too dark. Pooh. This was the one I was supposed to use. Look at that. It's lighter. Oh, well. Whatever. We gotta roll with it now. Maybe it's not that dark. It'll be okay. It's supposed to be like a lighter mint green around her, but well. It'll be okay, I guess. Okay. So our second color comes in with our new ink pads, Blue Atoll. And I think, I want to say I was using that for this, but I don't know. Maybe not. Let me try this one. I swear I laid them in order so I would have them, but oh well, it's gonna be that because now I don't know. The best laid plans, I tell you. Okay. But anyway, so back to my question. How many of you guys are Lavinia fans? Well, I've always been, but I'm very much a fan of that these days. Okay. So then I went to this color, which is Blue Lagoon. So what color did I use there? Maybe that? Probably. I don't know. I think this is the prettiest. It'll still, I know it looks like a hot mess and it's not blended very well, but it'll be fine. These inks aren't, well, I don't know. I guess they seem to blend pretty nice actually when you're setting out to blend them, which I'm not so much right this second. I'm just kind of laying the color down. So, but we will come in and kind of blend them up a little more later. But it all just sort of works. I don't know how, but it just does. I found with my ink blends, if it doesn't blend well, just keep throwing the ink on there and it'll turn out. It'll be okay somehow. All right, next came this green. I had to use the Mermaid because, you know, I mean, hello. I do think that's quite pretty, even though you can't really see it very well, but I didn't leave too much room for that. But you get the blue-green idea, right? It can pretty much be any bluish green, I think. I've seen a lot of cards that were like just using the Mermaid stamps, and those were so pretty too. I want to try some of those as well. I'm just going to come down here a little bit. We're going to start blending anyway. So I'm just going to come up just a little bit on that light part to make it, ooh, didn't mean to go quite that dark right there, but we'll blend that out a little. Goodness. Okay. Well, that's all we need for right now until we get the rest of it kind of on there, although could go ahead and add this just a little bit. This is just going to be a little tiny bit. This is the dark denim. I just want a little dark edge around the blue. I mean, around the outer whatever, but I don't want black. So, because this gives a black hue anyway, I think. But I don't want to take all this color, so I just want to go in there a little bit. It's been an active night around here. The creepers have been out and about a lot tonight. Disturbing, I tell you. I don't think I've told you guys. I've talked to a couple of you individually, just by email or whatever, because we're chatting about other stuff. But let me back up a bit. Okay, so I'm going to use this. Wait, I put this out too. What color was that? Ooh. Let me get a little of this off of here. We'll go in with, try a little of that too. I want all the blues on there. Okay, you can't really see that, so I'm gonna stop for that. And for right now, we're just gonna color in. We've got a lot of stamping to do and a lot of stuff, but anyway, so back in April, I discovered a random strange guy, kind of a known druggie in the area. I know he'd been to jail for like making meth and things like that, and unfortunately he kind of, I don't know, he's like the son of some neighbors, but they were kind of like letting him, apparently they won't let him stay in the house, so he kind of lives in this little shack thing beside of them. It's like an abandoned store thing, but we're gonna give her, can't remember if this is the color I tried, but some like pretty blue under the sea eyeshadow, or what do you call it, eyeliner, just to make her a bit more mysterious. So anyway, he was under, my dog started going crazy, and he was under my carport, and I should have honestly let him probably get something, you know, because that's what he intended to do, but I didn't, because I saw him like a run in the driveway and then I couldn't see him, so I came out the other door and the dogs were kind of blocking me. So anyway, I was like, can I help you? And so he came back around with some wild story, you know, and had a block of wood in his hand, like perfect to like knock your window out, right? But he was going to help me. He said he saw a hole in my fence, and he thought my dogs might be able to get out. And he's actually terrified of the dogs, so that's a good thing. But anyway, let me get back over that a little bit. I'm just going to go outside there. Okay, we're going to go over the hair with some some of these colors actually. I guess we'll just, there is no way to follow her hair really. It's just however it kind of ends up. So you just pick a strand and roll with what you think it might be. But anyway, so thank goodness for the dogs. Or it could have been going to break in the house, because my father had left for church, and I don't know, maybe I did tell you all this. But it was about, and he had to pass by him, right? So he thought nobody was home, and I guess I surprised him. But anyway, he was kind of out of his mind anyway. But but it kind of caught me off guard. I should have just took care of business, you know what I'm saying? But I was afraid somebody was going to hurt the dogs, and so I ran out there, but with nothing. But kind of wish I'd had something, to be honest, but you know what I'm saying without saying it right. I mean, I want some blue in her hair for sure. I can't stand a thief. Like, lie to me, whatever. I just don't steal. I just think that's, I don't know. Can't handle a thief. But anyway, that's not even showing up. Okay, so we're going to pull out the big guns here. The Posca paint pens, which I found that they now have little tiny points on Amazon if anybody is looking and needs some of these, because they're like way better for all this, right? I don't know, was that too? I mean, I have more. I can do it with the yellow instead, but then I feel like it covers up all the black little curls and lines and whatever. I don't know. Okay, anyway. So, let's add some green. So we've had some excitement. So I've been a little on guard here and there. I decided to, actually had cameras that I had for a long time, but I just had not gotten around to putting them up or whatever, but apparently we need to do that. So we did. And I had a little tiny camera from Walmart, which I wish I'd bought a ton of those. That sucker is awesome, and it was like 10 bucks back in the day before cameras were cool. But anyway, they and I ended up buying the Ring doorbells. I didn't actually hook up the doorbell part because I don't know, I just didn't. But I just really like those cameras on there. So I'm just going to do all over her here. So I put them at both doors, and one's facing the road, and then one's like out back and different places. So, and then I have a night owl that works for my driveway and kind of sees the garage. And I probably need to put more in the garage, but we'll see. And then I have a little tiny Blink Mini that I bought. I haven't opened it and tried it at all yet. I haven't hooked it up anywhere, so we'll see how that goes. But, all right, what am I going to do now? Let's go in for some stamping now for the good stuff. You can use gel pens as well if you want to highlight some random little things on here. Can't see that very well either, though. Ooh, I kind of like that you can't see it very well on these little. Yes. Try that some more. It's like it adds something, but not exactly, you know what I mean? So, I feel like she needs blue on her face somehow, but I'm not sure if I should actually put it there. But I mean, she is probably under the sea, so she kind of needs to be a little bit blue, I think. That's enough blue, though. Maybe a little on her neck. Okay, so anyway, so let's go for the stamping. I'm going to move these over out of their way, but we're still going to need these. Actually, well, for the mermaid, I do need this. But anyway, so, I really enjoyed the cameras, though. If you don't have cameras, even if you don't have a lot of crime, like my neighborhood, I've lived here for over 40 years, and it's been wonderful. Like, we've never had any issues of anything, and just until recently, and it's just sad. I don't know. Just need. Well, maybe I could do the whole thing. I don't know. Might be too much. Because I wanted this one on here. I did that last time, and I liked that. But we could have two mermaids, I guess. They could be a menage a trois here. Okay. All right. Let me add a couple more things. We're putting some fish on there. Random little fishy. And another little fishy. Somewhere up there, maybe. Maybe way over there. And then we have like some sharks. You gotta have some sharks somewhere. Or maybe down here. Possibly. I could try that. That's enough for right now. Okay. So we actually need to turn this to fit everything on. But anyway, so everything here got kind of out of hand, I feel like. It's sort of like the perfect storm. So our cops have moved on to like a county level. And the one county cop we did have, well, he's still kind of here, but he took another job. And what did I use? There's that one. My chair is like squeaking like nobody's business. I'm sorry. Okay. So I think we're going to try this one. Anyway, so we don't have him very often, and we only have him for one shift, whatever shift he ends up choosing to work. So it's random, and it changes, and has to work with his other job and just different things. So it's not real consistent. So we're kind of on our own in that way. And suddenly there just became an influx of people addicted to drugs. And I really do feel for those people. But, you know, it's not an easy habit to kick. I tend to see, I'm going to have to take that out a little bit. Ooh, well, that didn't work out. Hopefully it'll just stay and not move. Okay, close enough. All right, so we've got mermaids, we've got fish and sharks, and didn't quite work there, but or there. Oh god. Okay, you know what? Let me just get out these. Let's turn that over. Now I need a little fishy. But anyway, so, and a lot of them moved right up in this area. And one was kind of by chance, I guess. His grandfather passed away and left him like this really barely livable trailer. And it's like way up on, like, we call it the top road. But is that big enough for that? Almost. It'll work, I think. And then the opposite direction, there is a guy that just kind of got out that okay, that's going to be enough because it's, I don't know, it may be too much right now, to be honest. It probably is. But this little thing, this is going to save us this little bit of seaweed, I think. So we're going to alternate between lime punch and green sleeves, which look pretty similar on the outside, but they're actually not. So just got to remember which one I'm doing first. So the seaweed is floating to her everywhere. And we'll just go in with the next color. We pretty much just need the top right here anyway. Oh, nope. Already messing it up. But anyway, so they're in and out of jail and different things. And another guy had his father pass away and was left like a rental cabin kind of thing for like the four-wheeler thing that's kind of taken off here. And so he let a bunch of people stay in there and crash for to pay him in drugs. And so that was kind of a problem for a while. And they were, a lot of people there's a lot of traffic, I'm going to say, up in here because of that. Then, you know, you couple that with the no real cops anymore and that kind of thing, and it's just, I don't know, not good. We have the least amount of neighbors that we've ever had. Like, my one neighbor, she has been gone for about 2 years, and she was literally getting ready to move back home within like another week, and that was literally right across the road from me. And her place got broken into, and I kept warning her. They were going around behind her house. I mean, they could tell nobody was there, you know, they're observant. And okay, we're just gonna do a lot of little dots, I guess. And I told her she needs to get her some cameras. She needs to come and check more. She, like, lots of things. And she just didn't. She's like, well, the Lord will take care of it. And, you know, I'm like, look, the Lord and a 38 special, but whatever. You know, you do it your way. And so then, of course, she was devastated when that happened. And she was getting ready to do the power. I mean, not the power, but the water back and everything. She had some kind of water issue before she left, but she'd been taking care of her sick aunt, and she'd passed away. So but she was coming home, and she still is, although once she had to break in, then she was like, I'm never coming back, I'm afraid to, you know. But kind of had a little pep talk with her. I'm like, look, they're not going to win. We're going to, you know, have our neighborhood. It'll be okay. We'll take care of each other. And so we did some of that, and anyway, she's in the process of kind of cleaning out and moving out, because they stole like gun. My hands are really messy, sorry. But she had a gun in there. She collected like these real looking dolls her whole life, and they took all those. And actually, what the way they found it was a little another, I guess, recovering druggie who had kind of grown up with her. He saw her name on this little tiny like lunchbox thing, like a metal lunchbox from back in the day. And you know, he's like, that's not yours, that's whatever. And but the lady from the top road had already put her name on it and everything. And so anyway, then she came over to check, and she, ooh, this is leaking everywhere. Okay, not good. What do I do with that paper towel? I don't know where I put it. Where could it have gone? Oh well, I'll just wipe them here, I suppose. I'll just give their tails a little bit of shimmer, I guess, and a little fishy an eye or something. I feel like mermaids probably shimmer and shine. But anyway, so the cops, of course, are looking into that, but there's no, you know, I don't really know how you would find that or whatever, unless they try to sell something to the right person, but it's probably long gone. But anyway, her jewelry and different things, which I really don't know why she would leave all that over there if you're going to be gone for a couple of years. Like, I don't know, not really bright either. But you know, it's not always about the stuff, but like her mother had gotten her certain things, and her mom's now passed away, and there's the things you can't replace, you know. But anyway, so she will be moving back, so that will be good. Plus, she has, I think, about 5, 6 dogs herself, and with my 5, oh my God, it'll probably be a little insane on the noise, but that's okay. It's about to drive my dogs crazy, because especially Copper, who thinks he is protector of all. The people go up and down the road all night, and that's partly why I got the cameras too, is just to make sure that, you know, they're not doing anything to him, or, you know, whatever, being mean to him, or, I mean, he's in his yard, he can bark if he wants to. And And to be honest, he barks before my cameras go off anyway, and then I turn them on, and by that time they're going off. But and there's always some random person in the road, which does not give you a pleasant feeling at night, let me tell you. But I don't know, it just still, it's like I cannot get over the fact that it's just never been like this. Like, this is just not my neighborhood anymore. I don't understand, you know. But I know things are bad all over. It's not just here. But anyway, the people up in the cabin, they kind of got rid of those people, I reckon, somewhere. And okay, but there's still some shady characters, and they don't start coming out until like 11 o'clock at night, which kills my sleep. So a lot of times now I literally come home, take a nap, and okay, I think this is pretty much dry. So we're going to go in with just a little bit more of this. I don't know what brush we can use. That'll work. And I just need to, is that dry? Yeah. Darken that up a little bit more because it's too something. I don't know. But I don't know. I see drugs really bother me just because I see the other end of it with how it affects their kids and the abuse and things. And so, I don't know. But, yeah, it also bothers me at night when I can't sleep because of things. And I don't understand why, like, if I know this and the cops know this and everybody pretty well knows who and what and, you know, why they can't come in and kick some butt, you know. But I also know it's not that easy. Like, my sheriff buddy has explained, like, they have to have so many buys and this and that and to really bust people and do all this stuff. And it's more complicated than, you know, just coming in and kicking butt and taking names, you know. And I get that, but I just wish it could be better. But in the meantime, that is what inspired me to, because I got the cameras and then it wouldn't, like, install because my internet was so, like, out of date. So that's what got me to switch internet companies, and I got way faster internet, and yay, I can upload YouTube videos so much faster. So that is completely awesome. So if anything, that side's dirty too. Good could come out of it. That's my win on there. But and also the neighbor back here had her basement broken into, and then like I said, technically my carport, but nothing got taken, but it probably would have. The lady across the road and the guy over there who also, you know, all of us have lived here forever, and like we've just never experienced that, so we're all kind of flabbergasted. But like they took things from his carport, even like cushions on his chairs, a water hose, like just whatever, you know, whatever they could take. So I don't know. And then 15 minutes up the road, the day we were going to the concert. All right, let me stop. Let me quit talking so much and focus. Okay. So I have these two backgrounds. So I'm thinking this is going to be the one. Because if I was going to go lighter and had some more light here, it could be this one. But I really don't think you can. So what do you guys think? I don't know. I would like a little bit more or something, but I don't know what. So I think I'm just going to go with this one for now. We could also do, wait a minute. You could also do this blue, but that's a little too whatever. You could do that blue. That would look pretty nice. But, I don't know. I think I'm just going to go with that. Plus, it's already cut and done, you know what I mean? But anyway, it's definitely messed with my sleep because the dogs, until I got the cameras, well, it still does to a point, but until I got the cameras, I was looking around quite a bit, and Copper misses nothing. Let me tell you, nothing. So, But anyway, it's hopefully we'll be getting better soon. We'll see. But it's got pretty rough around here. Makes me appreciate those gated communities, I tell you. Never wanted to live in one of those until recently, but another bright spot is I could talk to the dogs while I'm at work on camera and be like, "What are you doing, baby? What are you doing?" So there's that. That's fun. But, and I can keep an eye on Dad. Different places he goes and takes his little riding chair in the yard and stuff, and or out to the garage or wherever. So that's good. Make sure he gets up and down the steps okay at the very end where he has those 2 steps that we still can't seem to do anything about. But like I said, when the other neighbor moves back, and I think all the neighbors are kind of on alert now. Guess we were just la 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 before, but it's too real. So, but and it's sad because, like, even the lady, she's like, "Okay, you know my stuff is right up the road on that hill. Like, why can't you go get it?" But it just doesn't work like that. Plus, the cop she had was not a real go-getter. He's young and whatever, and I think he's honestly a little scared. He doesn't want any issues, so he's not going to find any issues. There's that too. Some of them, you know, would kind of at least do a serious investigation, or if they could. But this particular one, not so much. But although I do like our one we have when we have him, he Brownie and Copper have him stopping to pet them. He literally stops the police SUV thing, gets out, comes over to the fence, and because if he doesn't, they will like whine and talk to him, and he's a dog guy anyway. So, but I think it's sweet because like I can see him on camera, and he talks real sweet to them and everything, and they have a lot of people kind of wrapped right there. And he's like this kind of rough, tough, you know, whatever. And I don't know. It's just sweet. But I wish he would come by more. It seems like every shift he will drive by about twice. And that's pretty much his limit. 3 times if you're real lucky. But even still, like, it's not during the daytime. I mean, it'll be, even if it's nighttime, he comes by in the daylight evening hours. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on by at 12, 1, 2, whatever, when everybody's out and doing whatever. So, but, and I don't mind as bad when I am off for the summer, because I can keep their hours and, like, you know, make my presence known as well, or sit on the porch with the dogs or whatever. And like I told Dad, I'm just going to start sitting random places. I'll be out the garage one night, or I'll be here or there, you know, just be like, how y'all doing? But we'll see. I don't know. But if it's when I'm working that it kicks my butt, you know. So anyway, what do y'all think about the card? I will stop blabbering on, you know how I do. But this is serious. This gets to me. Let me know if your neighborhoods are going all to hell too. Back in, well, we didn't even need one back then, but probably 20 years ago, we had this little neighborhood watch. And actually, it was the neighbor that got broken into right across the street that her mother, she was sweet because she couldn't drive or anything. When I was little, she'd help me make Barbie clothes. Great lady. But she was like home base, and she was always up late. She would listen for the radio and have everybody check in. And I thought that was just the silliest thing to have a neighborhood watch for our neighborhood. Like, we did not need that. But now I'm like, oh my God, I wish we could find some people for a neighborhood watch. That, you know, there's a lot of elderly people in the community, so, you know, they're not going to be able to see at night or get out and drive or whatever, or want to, you know. I wouldn't want to put them in that situation anyway. But and then I guess there's really no cop on duty much to call if there is a problem. But we'd have to wait on the county guys to get here, and they'll take a while. You'll be dead by that time. So I don't know. My conclusion is you just gotta think of some ways to handle it. You know what I'm saying? So if they do come back, I am well prepared for that. hope nothing ever happens, but rest assured I will not be caught off guard again. But anyway, but I would like to have like a little neighborhood watch to have some prevention before it would ever get to, hopefully not, you know, something like that. But girls got to do what a girl's got to do. So, and a mermaid's got to do what a mermaid's got to do. So, okay, guys, I really am shutting up this time. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.